Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, and I've been wrestling one of Dan's reels for quite some time now. This is a Penn 310. It's a level wind reel. The reel came to me with a broken idler gear. That's the plastic piece that comes between the spool and the worm drive assembly. It had a noticeably distorted and cracked tooth, and I thought that I would be able to get away with that. Well, I still got a little annoying kind of a skip to it, and sure enough, when I went back to look, the secondary issue that I should have caught the first time is that we have a damaged gear on the spool itself, the one that drives that gear. So I'm not sure what got caught in between that spool drive gear and the idler gear. My thinking is that a tooth broke off of the idler gear, and once that tooth cracked, it got jammed over at the spool, and it created just enough of a distortion to throw the spool out. It didn't break the tooth off, but it kind of damaged the tooth by pushing it off to the side. So we're going to show you how to go about removing and replacing that spool gear now, and hopefully solving the bigger issue here. So this is the gear that was replaced, and it's kind of hard to see right now, but this is the gear that's the problem on the spool. If you rotate it just enough, we're going to see one tooth. This tooth right here is just it's bent at a 90-degree angle, an oddball angle to the rest of it. Alright, so I went out to mysticparts.com. I was able to order the replacement gear, and when I did that, I ordered the replacement snap ring as well. There's just this little annoying ring. You can see it's centered right here. It's a piece of metal on a ring on here, right there, and that holds that gear in place, so you have to remove that. And sometimes that when you go to remove that, it just kind of bends out of shape, and it's not worth trying to fight back into shape. So we're going to just try and pry that up right now. I'm using a wire, a utility knife to do that, and you can see right here, that's the ring. So I didn't want to make sure that that if it came off, how it came off and the like, and I didn't want to lose tension or torsion on it. So it's just for the dollar or whatever that piece and part costs, it's just worth it to get the replacement. Now I could have pulled the whole spool out by taking this side off, but I just thought if I take this side off, I could show you how that worm gear, the idler gear, and the spool gear all came back together again, and we should be able to do it from this side. So I'm just going to pull that off now. Easier said than done sometimes. This has got a square mount on the inside of the spool, so sometimes you need a little assist from a lever. We'll use that screwdriver there as the lever. Try and do that again. Pop that off. And you can see behind here, well, there's nothing much going on. I'm surprised. That's got to be dirt as opposed to rust, because it's plastic. Plastic won't rust. All right, let's get that replacement piece then. And this is a good time to take a breath, tell you that if you enjoy these kinds of videos, if you want to see how problems are diagnosed, solved, and kind of get those reels fishing again, then I would ask you to subscribe to my channel. It's the subscribers that keep my channel going, and I appreciate everybody who's subscribed so far. We've cleared the 15,000 mark. We're on to trying to get to 20,000, little bits and bytes. And anybody who subscribes, well, it truly is appreciated. And again, it helps me in the long run, so thank you very much. If you do hit the subscribe button, please hit the notification button as well. With that, you will see how the videos that I post, which ones and when, and you'll be able to make a choice as to which ones you want to see. All right, there's a square on the back of this this little gear here. There's a square you want to line up on the shaft of the spool. Turn it and make sure that you can clear that little ridge there. You need to have that little indentation in the spool, which is currently occupied by the blade of my knife, so that you can put that little clamp ring back on. There's no way to separate this. You want to go straight over the top with that ring. It'll expand it a little bit. And then you just want to push down with even pressure. Of course, if you have big fingers like I do, they get in the way. But we'll try and show you along the way what I'm doing here. So I've just cleared, you can see it's out here, it's proud. We're going for that small indentation inside here. You got a little bit of a gap there, it's got tension on it. All you want to do is push down now and make sure that it seats in the little slot that was made available for that. All right, that should be on now. All we have to do is take our side plate, and when you line the side plate up now, you've got an opening here. That's where the top end of the idler gear is going to go. You want to just merge that in. You're going to have to do that visually, but that's where you'll know that the side plate is on properly. Line it up with your 3 screw holes, and if it's facing down, that's the other clue in terms of how this works. The 310s replaced the Penn 209 series, the Pierce series. They were a very popular reel. They've since been upgraded. Now we've got, well, at one point you had another series which I think was a disaster for Penn. It was the Rival, Warfare, and Defiance series. And that got rid of some of the bulkiness of this, but it also got rid of some of the better performing aspects of the reel as well. So they're not among my favorites. I think they were less well made, being kind, less well made than the others. But I like the 310, particularly on the Ocean. It's a graphite frame, and you can see it's got the thick frames on the outside of it, and that's much more beneficial in terms of stability of those frames. They don't twist as much or have as much flexibility in them. And when you went to the Defiance and the Warfares, like I said, some of that changed. Now, the Defiance and the Warfares, to their credit, went to a higher retrieve rate. This one's 4.3. You can get up, I think it's 6 on the Warfare. So if you're trolling or you're jigging and you need a rapid retrieve, well, that's a better reel for you. All right, we've replaced that gear. Much smoother, much smoother. So there you go. So that's how you do it. That's the Penn 310 GTI. That's the level line features and functions being repaired. And that's how you do it, by removing the spool gear. Remember that little clip? We have that little circular clip there. That's the key to the whole piece. You can't get that side plate gear off without it. Once you do, just simply exchange them, put them back in. Now you've got full functioning teeth across the line and a lot smoother operation in the reel. So I hope you've enjoyed that. If you did, please like it. If you want to see more, again, please subscribe. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. I do try to reply to all questions in that comment section. And most of the time I have an answer. Sometimes I get stumped. And I just got stumped today. Somebody asked me when was the first time the Penn introduced the HT100 drag system. And I don't know. I can guess the 1990s, but I'm not certain. But at any rate, I'll try and answer your questions, particularly if you're stuck on a reel. If you're stuck, maybe you're working on something and it just doesn't seem to have fixed it. Like this, it's easy enough to work on that idler gear, find the missing tooth, replace it, and then, gee, I still got a little bit of a struggle with that. What's going on? Well, that's the secondary cause, is that smaller bent tooth on that spool gear. So leave the questions in the comments section, and we'll try and get back to you with that. So to everybody who's a first responder and essential worker, please thank you for everything it is that you're doing. It's appreciated. You've helped us through this pandemic so far, and your dedication to the task is admirable and appreciated. Thank you all. To everybody, please stay safe, stay well, and stay watching. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Have a great day.